Welcome back. This is part 4 of the video tutorial on how to crochet a giant Christmas stocking based on the pattern found on KB Crochet. You have just finished the red portion of the heel, which should be 18 rows. The last row should be 22 stitches across. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and finish off your red yarn by cutting it, leaving a long enough tail to weave in, and pulling the tail through the loop. After that, making sure you are working on the outside, so the outside of the red heel should be facing you. You're going to attach your white yarn in that first unworked stitch of the last white round. So you'll find where your first red stitch is there, and you're going to attach the yarn by inserting it in the next stitch, the first one that doesn't have anything worked in it. And you're going to pull that yarn through the stitch and through the loop on your hook. You're then going to chain 2 and double crochet in that same stitch. So once you've done that, you're going to continue working that double crochet all the way around until you get back to red. There should be 34 unworked stitches of white in that round, and you're going to put 1 double crochet in each one of them. And again, you will have the outside of the stocking facing you while you do this. Once you have double crocheted in each of the skipped white stitches of that last white round, you'll be ready to start crocheting up the side of the red heel. Now there are 18 rows in our red heel, and you need to put 24 double crochets up the side. In order to make sure that they are spaced out evenly, I will usually count up the side halfway. So half of 18 is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll then put a marker at the halfway point, so I know that I need to get 12 double crochets on the first side of the marker and 12 double crochets on the second side of the marker. So what you'll do then is you'll find the place where you want to put your first stitch, and you'll insert your, you'll yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then you'll find a good place for your second one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then again for your third one, you'll yarn over, insert your yarn into the space you're going to use, yarn over, pull through the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now it's okay if they're not absolutely perfectly even. It's going to be almost impossible to do that. You just want to make sure that you don't have a huge gap followed by several stitches super close together, and just try and make them as even as you possibly can. And again, you'll do 12 on the first side of the marker and 12 at the second, stopping when you get to the corner. As you can see, my row of 24 isn't exactly perfect, but as you crochet around, we're going to do decreases and shape the heel, and that will take care of that. As long as there's 24 fairly evenly spaced double crochets up the side, you'll be in good shape. Once you've done 24, we're going to go ahead and crochet around the top part of the red. And you're not going to chain any to go around the corner because we want there to be a somewhat rounded effect. And so if you do the chain, you'll get more of a corner effect. So we're going to just go straight around the corner with double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook into that first stitch, and I'm going to crochet over my red tail so that it's already tucked in. So I just put that over top of that stitch. Then you're going to yarn over with white, pull through that first stitch, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. And you're going to continue working those double stitches all the way across. That top row of 22. Now you don't have to crochet over your tail. I just do because I absolutely hate working the ends in at the end. So if you don't do that, it's a little bit easier if you're new to crochet. If you've been crocheting for a while, no problem, go ahead. But again, you'll crochet all the way across until you get to the last stitch in that row, and you should have 22 white double crochets across the top. Once you have crocheted all the way across, and you've got 22 stitches across the top, you're going to start crocheting back down the other side. Now you're going to do this exactly the same way you crocheted up the first side. So you'll count to your halfway point, which is 9 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and mark your halfway point. Now you're going to have 12 stitches before that halfway point and 12 stitches after, for a total of 24 stitches down the side. So you'll yarn over, find where you want that first stitch to be on the side, yarn over again, pull it through the stitch, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. And you'll find where you want your next stitch to be, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. And you'll continue doing that until you've got 24 total, 12 on each side of your halfway marker. When you've finished crocheting your 24 down the second side, you're going to join with the first double crochet in the round. So you'll insert your hook in the top of that stitch, yarn over, pull through the top of the first stitch and the loop, and then you're going to chain two, double crochet in that same stitch, and in each of the next 33 stitches, for a total of 34 double crochets, all the way around until you get to that other side. After your 34th double crochet, you should have reached that first side. We're now going to start doing the decreases that will give the heel the rest of its shape. So going up the side, you're going to decrease over the first two stitches on the side. So you'll yarn over, insert into the first stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, yarn over, pull through two loops, yarn over, and now instead of pulling through those last two, you're going to insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, then you'll yarn over and pull through all 3 of the remaining loops. You're going to continue double crocheting up the side until you get to the last 2 loops of the side. It may be helpful if you make a mark in the first stitch of the top so that as you go around, you know where the side ends. Otherwise, you'll need to make sure you're counting each time around. So this, after you do the decrease, you're going to do double crochets in the next 20. When you reach the last 2 double crochets of the side, you're going to do another decrease double crochet. So you'll yarn over, pull up the first stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull up the next stitch, which is the last stitch on the side, yarn over, pull through the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 3. You're then, without any chains, so you keep the rounded corners, going to crochet in each of the 22 double crochets across the top. Now, you can do that first double crochet, and you can mark that one as the first one with a safety pin, a piece of thread or yarn, or any other stitch marker that you may prefer. Otherwise, you'll need to make sure you're careful in counting each round so that you know where the side ends and the top begins. It will become less and less obvious as we continue to do the decreases. You will then decrease down the second side the same way you did up the first one. So you're going to do a decrease double crochet over the first 2 stitches on the side. So you'll yarn over and pull up the first stitch, then yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull up the second stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3. You'll then do 1 double crochet in each of the next 18 stitches, which will leave you with 2 left at the end of this side. After the 18 double crochets, you're going to decrease double crochet over the last 2 stitches in that side. So you'll yarn over, pull up the first stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. You'll then yarn over, pull up the next stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3. After that, you'll join to the top of that first double crochet in the round. Make sure it's not the top of the chains you do at the start of the round. Make sure it's actually the top of the double crochet. So you'll insert your hook into that stitch, yarn over, and pull through both the stitch and the loop on your hook. Once you've finished that round, you're going to go ahead and repeat the exact same pattern for the next 8 rounds. So you'll double crochet 1 in each stitch across the bottom or the top, which is the plain white side, and there will be 34 stitches. You'll then decrease over the first 2 stitches and the last 2 stitches up the side, double crochet 22 up what we were referring to as the top part of the heel, but will actually end up being the bottom. And then you'll decrease double crochet over the first 2 and the last 2 on the other side. You will repeat that for 8 more rows so that you've got a total of 10 white rows around the top and sides of the red part of the heel. After you finish that last row, you should now have 10 rows of white, 10 rounds of white, and those sides that you were doing the decreases on will be down to 6 stitches, and you will still have 34 and 22 on the bottom and top. Row 11 is going to be worked slightly different. We're still going to do some decreases, but now we're going to do them on that row of 34. So when we start, we're going to chain 2. And we're actually going to start that row off with a decreased double crochet. So you'll yarn over, insert your hook in the first stitch, yarn over, pull through that stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through that stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3. You're then going to work 30 double crochets across until you get to the last 2, and then you're going to work another decreased double crochet over those 2. So after you crochet the 30 following that decrease, you'll be at the last 2 in that row of 34. So you'll yarn over, insert through the first stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert into the last stitch before you turn the corner, yarn over, pull through the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3. You'll now have only 32 stitches on that side instead of having 34. For the remainder of this round, you're simply going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around. So moving on, you'll just round that corner and continue with your double crochets. When you get to the end, you'll join to the top of the first double crochet, which was actually that first double crochet decrease, and you'll join to the top of that with a slip stitch. When you finish crocheting in each stitch around for the rest of round 11, you will have a total of 66 stitches around. You're going to join to the top of the first one with a slip stitch, and for the next 15 rounds, you're going to simply double crochet in each stitch around. So you'll start each round by chaining 2, then you'll double crochet in that same stitch, and in the next one, and in each stitch all the way around. Then you'll join to the top of the first one with a slip stitch and repeat that round. You will do a total of 15 rounds of white with 1 double crochet in each stitch around. After that, we'll be beginning the toe, so you're almost done with this stocking. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section for this video. The link to the written pattern can be found in the description. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to receive updates for when I post the final tutorial for this pattern and when I post the tutorials for my other patterns. Thank you and happy crocheting!